It wouldn't take a genius to figure out that I'm going through some shit at the moment, which I made pretty apparent during my last video. But as cathartic as that video was to create and release, I kind of want to deal with the aftermath of it. Not so much the opinions people have about it, because obviously I don't give a shit. But it was a very negative video in the way it was toned, and it's created this negative vibe on my channel and in my life generally, and I'm not okay with that. So today I'm just gonna completely pretend it didn't happen. I might even delete it, I'm not sure yet, to be honest, but and instead I want to talk about the things that I'm grateful for. Starting off with something you could not possibly know. While I'm setting up this fucking camera this morning, I dropped my 50mm. Now, I'm at the beach, if you can't tell. I'm sitting on like a rocky shelf, and I took the rear cap off this 18-55 and just had it sitting there loose. And I took the 50mm off my camera, put it in the bag, put the 18-55 on the camera, and then somehow when I went to put the rear cap on the 50mm, it just jumped up out of my fucking bag, rolled down the rocks and into the sand. Oh, I gotta sneeze. It's like sudden change in weather, man, wrecking me. Anyway. Now, that in and of itself, I don't feel very lucky, and I'm not very grateful for the fact that I dropped my fucking 50mm. It's like $150. I don't have $150 to throw around, and it's my favourite lens at the moment. Like, ugh. But somehow, nothing impacted the uncovered part of the lens. I had sand on the lens, I had sand on the focus ring. I can't see any chips or bumps or things. I haven't tested it out yet though, so I don't know, but it looks as though somehow miraculously all the electrical parts of it remain sandless, which I think is fucking incredible. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm gonna test it out real quick. Focus. Seems to be working just fine. Might even film the rest of this on there somehow. Give me 1 second. There are a couple of less obscure things that I'm grateful for that I want to talk about. I'm super grateful for my health. I'm 28, I don't have any broken bones, I don't have any majorly impactful health conditions, apart from functional neurological disorder, but I'm dealing with that. I don't have anything that requires me to take any medication, I don't see a doctor frequently. Like, I'm healthy. I'm not fit like I used to be, but I'm healthy, and I'm grateful for that. Super grateful for that. That's something that a lot of people just don't have, and I'm so fucking lucky to be healthy. I'm grateful for the health my family has. Relatively speaking, everybody's well. Mel's got some issues that she's dealing with. Amelia's got, you know, an ongoing disorder similar to my own kind of, but everybody's healthy, no one's super sick. Our baby's putting on weight, Holly's, you know, developing well mentally and physically, so she's got to be healthy. Cadence is just incredible. I'd love to tell you how Shyla is, but I don't know, to be honest. As far as I know, though, everybody's healthy. Beyond that, my broader family's healthy. It's just, everyone's healthy, and I'm grateful for that. Like, I'm super duper grateful for that. In spite of the stress that living in my grandma and grandpa's home, my home, is causing me, I'm super grateful for that. That's a place, a safe haven that I've called home for nearly 20 years, and on and off for 30 years, but like full time since I was 12 or whatever, so what's that, 16 years? Yeah, I have so many memories there, and for them to leave that to me and my little brother when they passed away is just incredible. For me to be living there now is just, you know, I'm super lucky to have that. grateful for how supportive my wife is. You know, we're living pretty destitute at the moment. A lot of that's because I just can't get a handle on the shit I'm supposed to do and the way I'm supposed to do it, and I have next to no motivation. But she's not, you know, trying to push me out of this creative field and into a 9 to 5. She's trying to help. She's trying to support me through it, and I'm so incredibly lucky to have her and have a woman at all with that sort of mentality and mindset. So I'm grateful for that. Beyond that, I've got I can't quite reach it to turn off the manual focus, so you're just going to have to deal with the hunting. No, it's not going to happen. Okay. I'm grateful for my family members that support the lifestyle my wife and I are trying to lead. It's not easy growing up in traditional families to say, I don't want a 9 to 5. I don't want to work most of the time. I want to earn enough money, spend enough time working to earn that money in order to spend the majority of my time with my family. A lot of people don't get that, like, at all, and we have like a number of our family members that are super supportive of that decision and are trying to help us achieve those goals. So like, I'm beyond grateful for that. So grateful. I'm super grateful for how much growth both myself and my businesses have experienced this year. You probably don't recognise this place because of how tight I've got the lens on right now, but when I moved back up here from Newcastle a couple of years back, I brought you guys to this place and said, if I ever get a drone, I want to do like running follow pan shot thing here because I think it would look incredible. To be honest, I only wanted to do it because I think it used to be either Peter McKinnon or Matty Hapoya in the intro to their channels. They were like running along this desert and there was like an abandoned plane or something. Anyway, I saw that and I was like, ah! This is my desert and abandoned plane. I mean, obviously it's not a desert and there's no abandoned plane here, not that I can see, but I have wanted to do drone photography and videography forever. One of the things I've been a little more quiet about on this channel is I got one recently. It's a DJI. It doesn't really matter what it is, but what does matter, what does matter is I had to sell my electric skateboard to get it, which is kind of serendipitous because it's technically illegal to ride an electric skateboard the way I was riding it in New South Wales at the moment. You can't ride them on the road and you can't ride them on the footpath. You can only really ride them in private property, and I was riding them around the city. I was riding it, you know, to take Cadence to school from time to time. I was riding it to the shops every now and again. Long story short though, I was riding them on public roads, which I'm so sick of it hunting. Which is illegal, so I sold it and I spent the money on a drone, and so grateful. Like, the photography and the videography I can do with this thing. Next up, I'll show you some. I just want to interrupt this drone footage for a second. Most of the drone footage you're ever going to see on my channel comes out of the adventures that I go on with my cousin and one of my little brothers. I'm like, the opportunity to go out with them and to have people to go out with on those adventures, and like sometimes we're out for hours and hours. To know people that are into that sort of stuff, particularly those two, super grateful. Jock, Ronan, I am so very grateful for you. Jackson, you're an awesome kid. I'm grateful to have you around. To the rest of my little brothers, I'm very grateful for you. I'm super grateful for you. The amount of time I spend with these two is inordinate, and I consider myself super lucky to have the opportunity and the time to spend with them. So there's that as well. Always considered a drone to be cheating as far as cinematic value is concerned, because everything looks amazing in a drone, and now I can cheat. No, but in all seriousness, the things that drone will allow us to do from a business point of view is phenomenal. We can do real estate photography, we can do real estate videography, we can do construction, we can do maintenance, we can check solar panels, we can do all that sort of stuff. Specifically speaking about photography and videography, we can charge for it at weddings, we can offer it at weddings. Some of my favourite photos this year have probably been some of the landscapes photos I've taken with that. Drone photography is super popular selling wise, so that's a massive bonus. You can buy my art in the link below. So that's incredible. Something I'm super duper grateful for. Beyond that, it is so fun to fly, and seeing the world from that point of view is just something else. Something else I'm very grateful for is that when I was... This year, my YouTube channel has grown to, at the time of this recording, 81 subs, which is nuts. I hit over the 150 video mark this year. I think I've made 160 something, not just this year, but in total. And while I don't really care about the analytics, I'm grateful to have enough data now to know what I need to do if I want to grow this channel, which I do. So super duper grateful for each and every one of you that subscribes, and each and every one of you that clicks on my videos and listens and learns and whatever else. And super duper duper duper, like, beyond grateful for everyone that leaves comments. I love being able to talk to you guys and girls. So when you comment, it's like I jump straight on it. It's super exciting, and yeah, I'm super grateful for that. Alright, rapid fire, some of the other things I'm grateful for. I'm super grateful for the opportunity to go back and work with the uni this year. They invited me back to update the law school's digital profile. So like I took photos for all of the staff at the law school, which was incredible. Because I got to speak to a lot of the guys that taught me throughout there, but I also got to hang with them for about 10-15 minutes each and take photos of them. It was just nuts. And the photos come out sweet. Like, they are some of the best portrait photos I think I've ever taken. I mean, they're not super duper creative, but they're clean, they're crisp, they're corporate portraits, and that's something. Like, I have a whole portfolio now because I took like 90 pictures or something, so super duper grateful for that. I'm grateful for all our clients that we brought on this year, including Rindy at Rain Burger Co. I had never taken photos of food before I started working with you, apart from what I did with the olive tree, and the opportunity to come in every fortnight and take photos at Rain was just awesome. I'm hoping her business picks back up and we can go back to working together next year. We'll see how that goes, but for the time being, I'm super duper grateful for the amount of time I've spent there and the amount of photos I've taken with them. We were lucky enough to book a couple of weddings this year, and I'm so grateful for that. Weddings are, if I'm honest, not my favourite thing, but I enjoy each and every one of them, and this one was no different. We met some real characters, not just the bride and groom, but the organisers and the crazy go-kart lady. Like, everyone was just awesome. We booked a couple earlier in the year too, including our biggest one yet, which was down in Port Stephens, and it was just nuts, like nuts. It was sunrise to sunset, massive day. There was like 16 people in the bridal party or something. Like, it was absolutely huge. We had so much fun. Sunset Boy, if you ever see this, we remember you. It was just, yeah, I'm super grateful for that. Super duper grateful. I could go on and on and on and on, and I probably will. I'm probably going to sit here for another 15 minutes and just think about all the things I'm grateful for, but really I just wanted to make a video that discussed the things I am grateful for, to try and bring the mood of my channel back to a neutral point, or a positive point even, because I finished a couple of videos that I was making for a couple of different organisations and businesses, and I really want to share them, but I didn't want to share them on the back of that negative shit that I put on the other week, the other month or whatever. And I'm trying to get my head out of this depressive, negative, neutral, motivationless, driveless, fucking weird space that it's in, and get back to positivity. I understand that positivity is not just something that happens, you need to push for it, and I'm trying to push for it. This is like the first concerted effort to push for it that I've made in weeks, so thank you very much for watching. Oh! One last thing. It may sound as though I'm complaining about the fact that I lived with my grandparents for 16 years, or the better half of my life. But that's probably the thing I'm most grateful for in my entire life. The values, the lessons, the morals, the ethics, the skills that they taught me are things that I just can't put a value on. They are honestly the most valuable esoteric functions of my life. My nan and pop were incredible people, and I was so lucky to spend the time with them that they did. I'm super grateful for the opportunity to care for them and nurse them both. While those moments were certainly some of the hardest and most challenging moments of my life, I wouldn't have had it any other way. I'm super grateful for them. I'm super grateful for the time I spent with them. And on that note, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the drone footage. You're going to see tons more because it's so much fun to fly. I will make a couple more videos before the end of the year, hopefully. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.